underwater, can't breathe, die. That's drowning basically, but a lot of people don't realize that there's actually more to it than that. Welcome to WatchMojo's Top 5 Facts. In today's installment, we're counting down the scariest and most surprising facts about drowning. Number 5. Saltwater and freshwater kill you differently.
Well, there is some debate among herbologists as to the effects of freshwater versus saltwater.
You're telling me this now? You must be joking.
Drowning is drowning, right? Wrong, so pay attention. 90% of all drownings occur in fresh water, and there are very good scientific reasons for that. First, swimming pools are considered freshwater, so there's a big chunk of them right there. Secondly, freshwater kills you faster than saltwater. When you inhale freshwater, it seeps into your bloodstream where it dilutes your plasma, causing red blood cells to burst, leading to massive organ failure.
Hold on!
Saltwater has the opposite effect, thickening your blood, so your lungs quickly fill up with plasma, eventually drowning you in your own liquids. In the end, saltwater will stop your heart in about 8 to 10 minutes, while freshwater will do it in about 2 to 3 minutes.
And I'm coming with you! You can't swim!
Number 4. It's a leading cause of unintentional injury death in children.
I was mad because I was like, how did this happen? Who was watching him? Why was my son underwater for, nearly 3 minutes?
While you wouldn't think of it as such, water is actually extremely dangerous, and often due to neglect or carelessness, drowning has become one of the leading causes of unintentional injury death throughout the world. Drowning accounts for 7% of all injury-related deaths, roughly 372,000 deaths per year according to the World Health Organization. That means over 1,000 people per day die from drowning. In the US, it is the second leading cause of accidental death in children under 14, right behind traffic accidents. While in China, it is by far the most common cause. So swim safe, kids.
It's important to always swim with a partner in a group of 2 or more every time. If one person gets into trouble, it's best to have a buddy nearby who can call for help.
Number 3. Drowning was once considered a classy form of execution. Yeah, believe it or not, drowning was once considered a peaceful execution. The practice was prevalent in Middle Ages Europe and was often reserved for women or gentlemen who supposedly deserved a more noble or at least more gentle death. This practice ended in the 17th century, but not before some pretty infamous witch trials in Europe and New England. Women accused of being witches would be bound and thrown into water on the belief that witches would bob to the surface while humans would sink. While they did try pulling the sinking women out, it would often result in them drowning anyhow.
Judge not, lest ye be judged.
The Bible says a lot of things. Shove her!
Number 2. It's possible to drown without even being in water.
You've got to be kidding me.
As if drowning wasn't terrifying enough, it is entirely possible to drown while in the middle of the Sahara. Well, if you took a swim in some oasis or something. Dry or secondary drowning happens long after you leave the water, sometimes even hours later.
I can't breathe.
Yes, I'm a bit nervous myself.
In dry drowning, breathing in water causes your vocal cords to spasm, closing up your throat and blocking your airways. Secondary drowning is when a small amount of water reaches the lungs, causing it to build into a condition called pulmonary edema, resulting in extreme difficulty breathing.
Hey, is your brother okay?
What? Oh, he's fine.
I can't breathe.
What's that?
I can't breathe.
Number 1. Drowning does not look like it does in the movies.
Hanky, I can't swim! Hanky! Oops, no!
We all know the signs of drowning, right? Screaming, thrashing around, water flying everywhere. Well, nope. Drowning's actually a deceptively quiet event, and often looks like a person floating upright in the water with their arms out laterally as they try to keep their heads above water. Or a person trying to swim in one direction but getting nowhere. Another way to tell is if they're desperately trying to roll onto their backs in order to breathe. And there's no screaming, as drowning involves one's mouth being completely underwater. If you can scream, you can breathe. One tip is to ask if they're all right, and if there's no answer, you may have only 30 seconds to get to them.
What happened?
You almost drowned. Denise just gave you mouth-to-mouth and saved you.
Did it look like we were making out? A little bit. Awesome.
So, what's the closest you've ever come to drowning?
I never would have thought of that.
For more screaming and flailing top 10s and deceptively quiet top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.